It is time to talk about our first big trip in the War Wagon. 7 hours away, adjusted for how slow I have to drive this thing, 15 hours away. I'm absolutely terrified. I will get to that part later. It is a shithole in here because I'm in the middle of ripping out all this perfectly good brand new material and replacing it with what should have been in here the first time if they would stop making these RVs all brown. All right. Oh, and remember I posted a picture of this. I was in Walmart, where I am pretty much every other day. Thank you, Sam Walton, my hero. And I saw this cereal, Twinkies cereal. And the first thing that popped into my head was Lee Greenwood. And I'm proud to be an American. What other country can you have the liberty of buying something as terrible as this? This is what Olympians are raised on. I'm thrilled. So somehow we're going to make an announcement about our first trip and a product review. I think I scared off all the companies. For a while I was getting a bunch of product review emails and then maybe they actually started watching my videos and are like, don't send anything to that bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. It smells just like a Twinkie. It has this bouquet of yellow 40. That's divine. Alright. Now, it's only really a Twinkie if there's cream filling in this. Well, that's bullshit. Maybe it needs milk. Let's keep going. This has to do with where we're going. Oh god, is that one moldy? Ew. I got a recall. Oh god, I'm still gonna eat it. I'm still gonna eat it because this isn't real food. The first ingredient is dextrose. The second one is sugar. And the third is corn flour. There's no actual food in here. God bless the United States of America. Milk in after because you're an American. I'm gonna guess that by the end of this bowl, this milk tastes like happiness. Also, I eat everything out of Tupperware containers. I really don't own any plates or bowls because chances are I'm not gonna finish it and then I'll have to put it in a Tupperware container, so I might as well just start with the end in mind. Always using my noggin. It's pretty awful. It's not good. It's not nearly as good as a real Twinkie, but now I saved you about $4. I'm gonna have to send an email about that one. All right, so where we're going on our first big trip. When I was buying the War Wagon down, of course this isn't gonna involve a story, right? When I was down in Tampa buying the War Wagon, Lazy Days, the compound, and it's huge, had this absolutely atrocious excuse for a fitness center, and it was like a fitness closet. It was this big, and if someone got on the treadmill next to you, you would touch each other the entire time. So I was there for like, what, 2.5 weeks? Enough to make a friend. This guy and his wife kept coming in about the same time I did, and he'd get on like the treadmill next to me, and he'd like rip off his shirt. And he had one of those man bellies. You know those man bellies where like they look like they're due any day now? You could bounce a quarter off of it. So he's got his big old man belly and he's like jogging at 0.3 miles per hour. And it was just hilarious because he was all in. He just like, I think in his mind, you know, it was a 20-pack abs, but maybe not in reality. But he still went for it, which, like, you gotta love those people. And his wife, she's this teeny tiny thing, and they're in there. And so I thought it was, the whole, like, ripping off the shirt thing was very amusing to me. That, you know, being me, like, the third time they were in there, I leaned over to him and I said, "Oh my God, you've lost 10 pounds since the last time I saw you." And he threw it right back, which I really appreciate. And he like rubbed his belly and he goes, "Oh, my wife married me for my body." I said, "No, honey, she did not marry you for your body. She married you because you bought her that $300,000 tiffin out there. That's why." So we just kind of became like instant friends. So then like one more morning later, we're in there and we were talking about what we do and why we're down there. And he said, "I'm a Black Angus farmer." And my eyeballs went like this. I immediately like jump off my machine, bust open the cell phone, and am showing this. I don't even know their names. It doesn't matter. The pictures from, remember when we were in Buffalo? And like that very serendipitous, I meet Farmer Nelson and his wife Barb. I end up sleeping on their property. And then all night long, I'm up playing the dairy doula because this cow is going to deliver any second. And I get to like be there when Baby Bull comes out. And I'm like taking selfies with him. The picture of me and Baby Bull. You would have thought that I birthed Baby Bull. I mean, look at me. I'm glowing. That is as close to delivery as I will ever get. I want no part of human babies, but a baby cow, I just become unglued. I don't know, it's those soulful eyes. So I'm showing Garland and Gracie, I'm showing them these photos of my cow, and I'm telling them about my big dream. I'm like, I haven't talked about this here, and I'm not going to get into it because I talk about it all the time on Patreon. But I've been searching for land here because I have this idea for a farm campground. And basically, our local municipalities and ordinances have made it almost impossible to do this. But since no is a word that I'm not terribly familiar with, I'm just going to keep going as though I didn't read the ordinances. I'll pay the fines later. It's fine. Anyway, so I'm telling him, like, I love cows and da-da-da-da. And he says the fateful thing that he says. He said, well, you know, our cattle farm is so big that we have to kind of schedule all of our births. This is very normal in agriculture. When people hear what I'm about to say, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, that's animal abuse." It's like, it happens all the time. It's totally normal. I'll explain why. But what they do, because they have so many cows, is they artificially inseminate all the heifers. Now, before you lose your shit about that, all my vegans, have you seen how big a bull is? She doesn't need all that. She doesn't need his big ass, his big bull balls chasing her around the field. Like, it will hurt her. Sometimes heifers get hurt because they're tiny. Relatable. And this big stupid bull is like jumping on her back every time she tries to get a snack. I mean, ladies, you hear me on that, right? Terrible. Terrible. So it just, with the demand for meat and everything else in this country, you cannot wait for animals, to fall in love. You can't. It's hard enough to get humans to do it, let alone bulls and heifers. So they artificially inseminate all their heifers at one time, and then they put them all in an arena, a nursery, labor and delivery room, if you will. And all the heifers have their babies around the last 2 weeks of January. Ladies and gentlemen, what is it now? It is the last 2 weeks of January. So at this point, I'm like just about to jump in their RV with them. And his wife goes, well, you know, if you would like to come up when all the cows are delivering, you could help. And I said, what is your address? What is your address? Give me your address. I will write in your address. Got the address. I'm sure that they were thinking that I was kidding, that I wasn't actually going to drive there. Oh no. I'm driving there. We are all going to the Palace of Baby Moos. And I meant to get them out. I bought coveralls, like my little barn outfit. I've got my rain boots out. And then these. Let me explain these. This is actually terribly uncomfortable. Now I can see why Megan didn't want to do it. Maybe I just got one that doesn't have enough diamonds on it. That's why it doesn't feel right. It's like plastic. I have all their little cow crowns. And then I bought all this princess birthday merchandise. I was going to the store. I was going to Walmart. Of course I was going to Walmart. And I said to one of my girlfriends, I was like, I need to get all the princess birthday stuff they have. And she's like, Casey, they're cows. They don't know it's their birthday. Don't go overboard. I bought the whole shelf. I am super cheap about everything, but cows, this is money well spent. So I got all their little crowns. I got my crown. I got their birthday stuff. I got the cameras all juiced up. I told him this, and he was like, "We've never had to kick anyone off the farm before." I said, "Well, today, this week, next week, there might be a first. There's a first for everything." He's like, "You bought crowns?" Yes, I bought crowns. These are lactating goddesses that you have, and they're all these babies. We're going to have a birthday party. Even if it's a bunch of bulls, I don't care. They're still getting crowns because chances are they're going to castrate them pretty soon, and then they can identify as a princess. Totally fine. So that is our big trip. We are going to hook up the war wagon. It is my first time solo in this thing. We are going, of course, when it's like the coldest week we've had this year, it's going to be in the teens, and I hate cold weather, up into the mountains to find the baby moose. I talked to them today. We're all set. The only thing I'm going to add to that, because I have no idea what it's going to be like when we get there or how long until I get kicked out, I just want one picture with me and a baby cow, and then I'll be good. I am legit totally freaked out to drive this thing. I was not scared to drive it from Tampa to North Carolina. However, I have to go through the mountains to get to this farm, and that part I am really stressed out about. I'm mentioning this because I can't stand it when people about the van or travel or anything else, people are like, "I'm just gonna do it." And like, yeah, sometimes I'm like that too. I'm like, whatever, I'm scared, I'm still gonna do it. And I am scared, I'm still gonna do it. But I'm not gonna deny that I'm really stressed out about making this drive. One, we are expecting a winter storm. I have lived in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm very familiar with the pass going up into Asheville and then down. It's narrow, it's curvy, and people drive like they drive everywhere else, like idiots. And I have 10,000 pounds behind me, and the hitch is not like a ski. It's not like if you fall over and you have a pair of skis on, they detach and go somewhere in the woods and you gotta like go walk in there and find them. It's you and the trailer go together. So we've narrow mountain passes, me, beginner, not good. I wish that I had taken more time to drive around Wilmington and practice before I knew this was gonna happen, legit. I didn't, and I've been so busy trying to find land for this campground and shooting video and doing all other stuff that it just didn't happen. So I'm really nervous. They gave me the option. They said, we have a guest house, you can stay here. Part of me absolutely just wants to take the truck, drive up there, stay a couple of days, and come back, and then practice on a flatter terrain. I may still do that. Safety is more important than glory in all aspects. I also know that at some point I have got to like do the damn thing. And just like the van, you are going to get into binds and you got to get out of them, and that's how you learn. With the van, the binds were smaller. And of course, I'm sure the comment section will be full of people like, "Well, I told you should have gotten a Class B." I'm having the time of my life, and I love this to live in. And I'll show you soon the desk that I'm setting up now to do all my work on. So I have no regrets about this. I'm just nervous. And I'm admitting it, okay? So there, go. Write something shitty about that. I'm stoked to see these cows. I talked to them today, and they said that one of the heifers already had the first baby, and I said, "Get your ass in that barn and tell those ladies to squeeze their cheeks. No more babies until I get there, okay?" Nana Moo has not arrived. So stop production of all baby moos. I'm going to go throw this away because nobody should actually eat this. It was a fun experiment, but barring the cream filling and the fact that some of it might be rancid, nobody needs to eat that. I'm going to get rid. You know what? I think there are some raccoons around here. I'm going to give it to the raccoons. Oh, God. And then I can put raccoons on my future farm. I hope you all are excited. I'm stoked. Let's go find some babies while the rest of the van community and RV community is either in Florida taking pictures of their rig parked at a campground or in the desert staring at each other. We're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to where the weather is shitty, to where the driving is scary, but to where the babies are so cute. Oh, cheers. I'll see y'all later.